Hi, Father O'Brien here for another episode of Bridging the Distance, a way for you to remain connected to Santa Clara. And today we have a wonderful guest. Jennifer Merritt is the Director of Community-Based Learning at the Ignatian Center. Welcome, Jen.
Thank you, Father O'Brien.
So, Jen, how does community-based learning fit into the Jesuit model of education?
Well, the way that we do community-based learning is that we allow students who are taking classes in what we call experiential learning for social justice to augment that learning by going out into the community and meeting with people who are living somewhat on the margins, people who perhaps have a different experience than some of our students. And we invite students to learn from the lived experience of those individuals and to see that as expertise and to hear their wisdom. And then we also invite our students to share who they are in an authentic way with the people that they're meeting. And we hope that when they come together and when this happens, that they are both changed. We call it a transformation. And then we want them to perhaps see the world differently and to want to make positive changes in the world together, to make it a more just, humane, and sustainable place.
So it sounds like the community partners, our neighbors, are in a sense co-educators with the faculty members who are teaching the courses.
That is exactly right.
Okay. And there's this sort of relationships that are built. So it's just not, serving or helping. It's about building a relationship.
Yes, it's about doing things with mutual goals and working together and bringing all of our various talents and expertise to bear in one place and to work collaboratively with our community partners so that we can see a bright future together.
That's great. So, about 1,200 students in any given year are involved in community-based learning courses. You work with over 50, partner agencies in our area. How does that translate to a virtual learning or remote learning environment?
Well, it's challenging at first. We had to really, in order to adapt for this new pandemic situation, we had to think of new ways to allow that mutual transformation to take place. And so our team at the Ignatian Center and the Provost Office and the faculty that we work with all talked about this. We said, what do we think could work, particularly for courses on environmental justice or mental health or things along those lines, education. And so we began to reach out to the partners who graciously said they would give us their time. And we now have recorded interviews with executive directors of some of the agencies that we work with telling us what's happening on the ground. And then to make it an even more kind of personal communication, we have live stream meetings and Zoom calls with these same individuals and also with residents in neighborhoods who are coming right into the classroom and telling students what their life experience is like. And then finally, we also have some actual virtual service experiences. So we have students who are tutoring young children online, engineering students who are teaching math to little children sitting on a big bed in their home, and you have like an engineering student using a virtual whiteboard to draw stick figures and teach them math, and it's a very, very sweet thing to see, actually.
Wow. So the relationships continue to be built.
They do. They really do. And I have to say, Father O'Brien, I have been so inspired by all the people involved in this. It's really so hopeful for me to see how the partners want to give their time, even though they are really pulled in many directions out in the community, and how the faculty cares so deeply about giving something back in addition to getting that information from the partners. And how the students have really stepped up and reached out to us directly saying, what more can I do? Can I send care packages? Can I write letters? Because I care so much.
Wow, that's wonderful. Well, that's a great way to end, Jen, on that message of hope. Thanks so much for everything you're doing during this time.
Thank you, Father O'Brien, and thank you for your leadership. I appreciate that.
All right, so until next time, this is Father O'Brien. Take care and God bless.